one movie that is absolutely taking the critics by storm is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It is currently sitting at a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's awesome.
On 42 plus critics reviews. That means upwards of 50 critics have seen it, and every single one of them gives it a thumbs up. No one has given this a bad review. People are losing their minds for this movie. Have you guys read any of the Twitter reviews for this yet? The embargo just lifted today.
Yes, I'm so excited for this movie, even more so than definitely more so than Aquaman.
Yeah, I mean both. I feel like even the Spider-Man, I don't know, just the look of it is great. It's like an old comic book. It's beautiful.
Complete with like word bubbles and cells.
Yeah.
If you stuck around for the end of Venom, they actually showed 10 full minutes of the film. The post-credit sequence was a 10-minute clip of Into the Spider-Verse, and if you weren't hooked before, I was totally hooked on it after I saw that nice long clip with Miles and Peter running through the city. We're going to read some of the Twitter reviews for you real quick. Again, there's a million of them out there. I implore you to go check them out for yourself. But this first one comes from Mikey Talks. He says, I can finally talk about this. Spider-Verse is hands down the best Spider-Man movie ever made, and it's one of the best comic book films, live action or animated, of all time.
Wow.
Best comic book film of all time.
That's a strong
is what Mikey said. That's insane. They're all that good. If you go on and look, everybody's just freaking out about how amazing this movie is. Next one comes from Shiraz Faruqi, who writes, Spider-Verse will be the #1 superhero movie of 2018 for a lot of fans. This movie is very, very special. Animation is insanely unique, voice acting is superb, and the emotion and heart in this story is a cut above the rest. Very, very special. A lot of capital letters in Shiraz Faruqi's tweet there. That means he really liked it. The last one comes from Sassy Mamane LA, who writes, so we're all ignoring the Into the Spider-Verse embargo now? That's funny, Sassy. She says, okay, here goes. All caps. It is amazing and easily one of the best Marvel movies to date, animated and live action. This is all I will say for now. She loves it. Everybody's freaking out about this movie. I know you guys are excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to add a little something there, but you know.
Okay, no Twitter reactions from BA in the house about wetting his pants.
No.
Well, it's important to note that the movie hasn't even come out yet. They've already announced not only a sequel, but a spin-off movie.
Oh, yeah.
So they've already announced Into the Spider-Verse 2. The movie hasn't even come out yet.
Right?
And they've already announced the sequel, and they're going to do a spin-off, which is going to be a Spider-Gwen female-oriented spin-off movie.
That's so cool. Well, we've already seen that Spider-Gwen is in this movie.
Yes.
So
that's
awesome.
I hope they do one of the Spider-Man Noir. I want to get more Nick Cage as Spider-Man.
You got Spider-Man Noir, you got Spider-Ham in it.
Yep.
You've got Gwen Stacy, you've got Miles Morales, you got Peter Parker. There's going to be just a ton of different multiverse Spider-Man
It's going to be great.
in this movie. And I mean, there's things, I can kind of see what people are saying, because there's things you can do in an animated feature that you can't do in a live action. Even with all the CG in the world, if you watch the trailers for this movie, there's shots in there that you just could never, ever do. And I think that's why people are saying it's the best Spider-Man movie, because it's got to be the closest thing to a live-action comic book you can do.
Well, they're saying it's the best Marvel movie, which blows my mind. I mean, you just had Infinity War come out this year, which was by far my favorite Marvel movie, and now people are saying that this overtakes that.
Which is so badass, because, I mean, I was kind of worried about, is this movie going to be able to make money in that crazy week of death around Christmas time, where there's just all these major blockbusters coming out in one 7-day period. This gives me a lot of hope that maybe the word of mouth will spread a little bit, and people will start getting out of the theater to see Spider-Verse, because it comes out a week before Aquaman and Mary Poppins and Bumblebee, so it's got about like 5 to 7 days of legs.
Man.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Sony.
Right?
That movie's gonna be great.
Sony's having the best year I think Sony's ever had. Venom has made more money than Justice League, more money than Wonder Woman, almost as much money as Spider-Man Homecoming. It's made more money than any other Spider-Man before it for a movie without Spider-Man in it. It's a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man, and it's made more money than all the Spider-Man movies.
And very poorly reviewed by critics. Now, fans loved it, but yeah, that blows my mind.
So Sony's having one hell of a year. Guys, get on Twitter, check out these reactions for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and go see it. Go see it a week before all these other crazy Christmas movies come out.